Hello everybody, Earth.Otherwise here with The Bottom of the Well. A few things to note before we get into it. Cursor is not constrained to the screen, sort of a pain in the ass. And no options menu. I mean, we can turn music on and off, but that's it. The options were at the very beginning. However, the display options are fairly limited, and the inputs were there as well, but I didn't look at them because I do a blind run. If you don't teach me your controls, too bad. I'd like the default. Default Alice is capable of finishing the game to its true ending, but not necessarily through all branches. This Alice is career-motivated, friendly, somewhat lazy, a hopeless romantic with no survival skills at all. She makes up for it by being a good organizer. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the game. We have a desktop. Oh. Dream diary. Today I had the weirdest dream of my life. I'm waiting for Joe to... Oh. Morning. Morning. Okay, so I guess this is me and this is somebody else. Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? Is this like... I guess this is really goth. I'm not really familiar with goth culture, so... Do I click? Oh, yes, I click to continue. No, well, I tried, but I fell asleep. Listen, about that. You fell asleep? Oh, come on. Alice in Wonderland is like our favorite, I guess. I mean, we got the Mad Hatter over here. Let me finish. Something happened. I was tuning in on my radio. You're such a Luddite. Amazing, I can even catch you online. This is weird, because there's dots there. Was it saying that she was typing and then he interrupted her? Is there a messaging system like that where you can interrupt somebody mid? I guess that would mean you'd have to actually see them writing, or did she just type that? Shut up, I'm not a Luddite. I just like analog things, okay? Anyways, I was tuning into the broadcast and I must have hit the AM switch or something, because suddenly the channel changed to something else. The music cut out there for a minute. Was that important? Was that significant? What, aliens? Oh, government-run numbers stations? No, it was this weird, like, white noise at first. It's hard to explain why I was so drawn to it. Could hear snippets of some melody, maybe lyrics, but the signal was weak. So you turned it off and continued looking for the Alice broadcast, you know. So I went out on my balcony and turned the antenna around until the signal came through clear. It now sounded more like music, with the odd signal in the background. Okay. Wait. Her last one was erased? When logic and proportion have fallen sloppily dead. Oh yes, this is the lyrics to White Rabbit? I forget the artist name. Oh, so someone's pirate radio broadcast of Golden Oldies? It felt like there was something else there. Some message in that the music was hiding. I know it sounds weird, and then I fell asleep. What a story! No, hear me out. I dreamed, and I didn't know I was dreaming. Do you understand? It was entirely lucid, but like waking up in another world, except I didn't think of it as another world. Does this make any sense? You had a super lifelike dream where you didn't know you were dreaming, but you were still lucidly in control? Sounds pretty rad to me. Sounds like a drug experiment gone wrong to me. I'm sure it would have been, except for the whole end of the world apocalypse bit in the dream. Yeah, that usually brings a downer to my dreams when the world ends. Okay, now you've got my attention. Oh. Are we in the real world now? So like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like the real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important you know that I was acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. What? I don't think that sentence makes sense. Oh, I wasn't. Not I was. I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. Okay. Is this a picture of the place? Sunday, September 18th. Cloudy. Menu, volume, speaking. Heavy? Oh, Mad H, heavy. There was no warning, no build-up, nothing, just between one moment and the next, the TV had turned to the emergency alert system, and there's a voice that sounded like it had been recorded in the 60s, told us we were under attack. Were you alone? Yeah. I had a really long day in the office, so I'd sworn off all social contact for that evening. I had the TV on in the background just as noise. Wait, what? The office? You mean you've got some kind of real adult person job in this dream of yours? Yeah, actually. At the college. Student admissions office. Hey, don't sound so surprised. I am going to graduate in just a few months, you know. Uh-huh. What a... with a BA in English Lit. The most useful bachelors. Shut up. Such skill with words. Anyways, what happened next? Like I said, this TV suddenly turned to the emergency alert system, jacked the volume all the way up to, I didn't even know they could do that. The broadcast told us we were under attack right now, and that we needed to get to shelter, that we had less than 30 minutes before the bombs hit. Jesus, sounds scary. Also not something that would actually be said on an emergency alert. It would just tell you to get to a bomb shelter immediately. It wouldn't give you any sort of countdown or timer or tell you that you were under attack. It would just tell you, go now. At first I didn't want to believe it. I switched the channel, but they were all the same. And then the sirens started. Tornado sirens, flood sirens, I don't know. And I knew things were serious. Where is this, I wonder? Like, we've got a river with boats on it. And I guess this in the background is supposed to tell us where we are, but I don't know that building. It looks very Greek, I think. I mean, there's very tall windows. I don't know. So what did you do? I went online. I immediately tried to call chess. I need to think about my options. I guess I'd try to find out what was going on. Didn't you try calling someone? Like your parents? Of course I tried, but it was futile. The phone network was completely overworked, but the net still worked fine. So what'd you find? The net was still working, but the bandwidth was severely lacking. The major news networks were either down or overloaded, but all the big search engines defaulted to some kind of government site in super simple HTML, the kind that kind of confirmed it really was the real deal. Isn't the net supposed to be some sort of DARPA invention anyways? Wouldn't be surprised if they had some kind of system in place to take it over if need be. And not really. I mean, you'd have to have code in every server in order for that to work. And that would be difficult to do, especially when servers are reset, reformatted, and rewritten all the time. Well, they hadn't taken it over. You could still go wherever you wanted. Facebook still worked. Apocalypse-proof servers? Nice. Oh, bumped the mic. It was insane. I tried to get in touch with my brother. He's the only one who's even got an account, but there was no reply. I spammed my aunts and sent emails to my mother, but I don't know. It felt like I needed to find someone right there and then. And? A group chat. It was spreading through our social network like wildfire. Someone had found the closest old fallout shelter that was actually still operable. Down on 3rd, people were going there, just grabbing all they could and running before the bombs fall. So what happened next? You know, I did find you online. That must have been useless. I'm all the way over in Old Blighty. Unless things were different in your dream. No, you were still in the UK. The bombs had already started falling there. He died. He died horribly in an explosion. You disappeared. There was nothing more to it. It was only a dream, Al. Wait, is her facial expression changing? I thought I saw a flicker there. So then what? Obviously I ran for the fallout shelter. Was down on 3rd. It wasn't far, close enough to walk anyway. Did you think to bring anything? Oh right, yes, I grabbed the biggest bag I had, a backpack. People always called it magic, you could fit so much into it. Bigger on the inside and all that. Okay. So wait, this entire game is just reciting a dream? I guess that's neat, but this... I hope this isn't the whole thing. Let's see. Let's take a flashlight. Let's take a sleeping bag. Obviously we're taking food for one day. Do we really need a radio? Might as well, just in case. Do I need and spare clothes? Oh, I can't take spare clothes. Can I take a map? Yes. I can't take spare clothes, but can I take food? No. Okay, 1 day of food, 1 radio. Okay, done. Well, go on. What was it like? Did you run into trouble? You could say that. God, that shelter. So, I headed towards the shelter from my apartment. I'll admit I was still kind of hoping it was all just some kind of big false alarm, and by tomorrow everything would go back to normal. Like an extreme version of Orson Welles' War of the Worlds broadcast. Actually, the panic that radio show caused was greatly exaggerated, probably by Welles himself, and it worked. We still remember it today. Great ad campaign. Guess that English Lit degree is coming to some use at last. Yeah, well, it didn't really feel like it. I remember trying to think of words to describe the way the streets felt, the way the city sounded: turmoil, chaos, anarchy, tumult, pandemonium. I like pandemonium. The capital of hell. Now who's got a degree in lit? Stop stalling. Yeah, it's just so fucking damn. Like I said, everything felt so real. The panic in the streets, the accidents everywhere with no emergency responders showing up, and the ever-present siren. It was like everybody walked with their eyes to the sky just expecting to see a flash. Oh. Did you make it to the shelter okay? The shelter was actually in the basement of a bar. They used it as storage, which was handy since there was a door towards the street. But there were no signs or anything like that anymore. I just knew about it from the Facebook conversation. Okay, wait. Isn't it the bar you always go to? The red bar? Oh, we're having a picture transition in the background. I'm going to stop this episode here because I get the feeling we're going to be reading for a very, very long time. See you guys in the next episode.